It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended. After a half century, the Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
The Bucks winning the 2021 NBA championship and Giannis remaining loyal and getting rewarded for his loyalty. It seems like the Bucks and Giannis are going to have a good relationship for a long time.
This is tied for the largest halftime deficit this year. It was also 31 to the Lakers. Count the bucket.
What the fuck happened? I don't understand how we got from Giannis Antetokounmpo in the 2021 Bucks. The Bucks were the talk of the town. They won the finals. They won in a strange year, granted, but the relationship was good. He was staying loyal, even through a lot of years where the Bucks weren't getting players around him as much. And I know they had some guys, but it does seem like they really staggered on getting them guys. And the guys that they get weren't great. And they made some moves like getting rid of Drew Holiday, and they made some mistakes. And I think it kept Giannis maintained the view of hey, I'm going to be the loyal guy. I'm going to stay in the small market team. And it eventually paid off with the championship. But where did it go wrong? Why is it now he's booing his fans? He's, still saying publicly, I'm not demanding a trade. But it does seem like in the background, he's demanding a trade. Or he doesn't have to publicly do it, but we know he wants to be traded now. He wants to go somewhere else and win somewhere else. It's very confusing. It's very convoluted. And is this on Giannis or is this on the Bucks? Because people still debate it. And it's a topic where I won't have any answers for you, just exploration. So I hope you explore with me while I ramble and talk about the situation between the Bucks and Giannis. What I do know about the situation is initially this story, if Giannis before 2026 wanted to leave, or he never said he wanted to leave, but the Bucks traded him in 2025, I would say, hey, the Bucks had a lot to do with that. But in 2026, there's just this toxic ending between. I think because they waited so long to get rid of him, now it's toxic on both ends, because I think Giannis is lying about wanting to be traded and pretending like he wants to be the loyal guy. And he's been loyal. He doesn't have to lie about that. He's shown a lot of loyalty to the Bucks, and it seems like in a lot of situations, the Bucks have made a lot of wrong moves to get the right team around him. It's also hard because it's Milwaukee. It's a small market team. Giannis stayed, and he tried to make the small market team work, the team that drafted him, and he wanted to stay with the same team his entire career. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. And, it's just a slow poison. And I think what it comes down to is the front office fell asleep at the wheel certain years and made some panic moves. They tried to get Damian Lillard when he was older, and that eventually led to issues, obviously. And the Bucks just aren't going to reach that point anymore by the time Giannis retires. And I think Giannis is I only have so many years left to win another title. I have to do it somewhere else, unfortunately. But he's always portrayed himself as the loyal, small market guy. And when you have to make a decision I want to leave if I want to win another title, you end up basically going back on your word. And sometimes making definitive statements like that isn't a great thing. Even though Giannis is a good guy that had he was well-intentioned in saying those things, but it does show the flaw in portraying yourself in one way, and then hey, sometimes we need to make decisions that go against what we portray. And I don't know if I really blame Giannis for needing a new setting. Players want to win, and teams aren't going to do what it takes. GMs aren't going to get the team around you to win. I mean, it makes it harder because he's not a cheap player. Giannis is not a cheap player whatsoever. So, I think that when I go back and forth and thinking about this, I put more of this situation this year. If we're going just by 2026, it does seem like Giannis is just having a lot to deal with in terms of the drama, the fans not being happy, and it seems like it's culminated over years of like the Bucks not doing what it takes or making the right moves, and not doing what OKC is doing is like finding very cheap supportive players, drafting well, and all of that. Like the Bucks over the years have let him down, and then Giannis is now like, I think he's unfortunately portrayed himself in a way where like he pigeonholed himself and not left him really any room to like for nuance, because now it's like, oh, I'm not asking for a trade, I'm staying loyal, and then like he secretly wants to be traded. We all know he wants to be traded. So I think there's both sides to this story, so it's very interesting when you break it down, or when I go through the comments and when I go through what I read about the story, because there's things about it I didn't realize Giannis was like lying until I did some research on it. But it is a very toxic end to what once was a very special relationship. And you know what else is very special? The fact that you got to the end of this video. Give it a like, honestly, subscribe. I'll be talking basketball as much as I can, so I'm gonna get back into re-uploading on this channel because it's been a while. And yeah, hope you enjoy. And yeah, you let me know who you think it is. Is it Giannis's fault or the Bucks' fault? I want to know. All right, but for now, I'll catch you later. See ya.